All right, good morning. It's 10 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get started. So it is the first day of April, April Fool's Day, but yeah, no joke, we're actually meeting. So the first thing that we need to do is call roll.
Good morning. Senator Adams. Here. Senator Ashby. Senator Bailey. Present. Senator Bartley. Senator Basham. Present. Senator Foyle.
Here.
There she is. Regent Hammonds.
Present.
Senator Henry. Senator Hess.
Here.
Senator Hopwood.
Here.
Senator Hughes.
Here.
Senator Jenkins.
Here.
Senator Johnson. Senator Jones.
She was not gonna be here. She has something else.
Senator Lowe. Senator Hopkins. Senator Ray is out. Senator Spitler.
He's walking down the hill.
Vanderbilt. There we're right next to me.
Awesome.
We're off. Thank you.
Okay, so our last month's minutes and agenda were sent electronically in our fancy little newsletter. So do we need to make any adjustments or any objections to that? I say no. All right, we'll just consider those accepted since we don't hear anything. So we start off our meeting with our Christopher Ware Staff Star Awards.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. It is my pleasure to introduce one of our most meaningful recognitions, which is the Christopher Ware Staff Star Award. This award was created in honor of Christopher Ware, whose dedication, passion, and exceptional service have left a lasting impact on our university. The Staff Star Award is designed to celebrate those individuals who consistently go above and beyond in their roles, demonstrating outstanding commitment, teamwork, and excellence. These individuals embody the spirit of service that Chris represented, and through their hard work and dedication, they inspire us all. This month's recipients have made remarkable contributions that have made a significant impact for our students and for our colleagues. It is with great admiration that we recognize their efforts, and we are truly grateful for the energy and the passion that they bring to their roles. We will start today by recognizing Cindy Smith. Cindy is a coordinator for the Office of Institutional Equity. She was nominated by Chantel Glenwater, and Chantel wasn't able to join us this morning. So I'm going to read her nomination remarks. Cindy Smith has exemplified dedication and integrity over 17 years at WKU and in her role within WKU's Office of Institutional Equity. As a key team member, she plays a vital role in supporting compliance and equity at WKU. Currently, a large portion of her position is supporting pregnant and parenting students. She facilitates pregnancy-related accommodations, ensuring students receive the support they need to continue their education without barriers. Her compassionate and proactive approach helps create a campus culture that values inclusion and care. In prior years, she promoted equitable hiring practices by reviewing applicant summaries and collaborating with departments to ensure fair and inclusive decision-making. Her hard work directly supported WKU's mission to foster a diverse and welcoming campus environment. Her thoughtful approach, attention to detail, and unwavering commitment to equity make her a standout contributor to the university. Cindy's efforts help ensure that WKU remains a place where opportunity and access are available to all. That concludes Chantel's remarks. Next, I'd like to invite Anna Demir, her supervisor, up to share some remarks with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kent. Good morning, everyone. My name is Anna Demir. For those of you who don't know me, and I'm the Executive Director in the Office of Institutional Equity and the Title IX Coordinator. And I'm so proud of Cindy Smith for being recognized for this award. So congratulations, Cindy. But I absolutely love working alongside Cindy Smith every single day. I echo everything that Chantel wrote in her nomination letter. The only thing, I think Cindy Smith has been here for almost 19 years. Is that right? It'll be 19 years in August. So her dedication to WKU, her loyalty and her commitment is really unmatched. One of the things that I truly appreciate about Cindy is, and I think Chantel mentioned this in her letter, is that she goes above and beyond. I'm not gonna say WKU employees, but sometimes there are employees in general who will say, well, this isn't my job description and I don't want to do anything else, right? Cindy Smith, I have never heard her say those words. She will do whatever needs to be done to get the job done. And our jobs are not always easy. We work very hard and she is not afraid of hard work. She's disciplined. Again, like Chantel said, she has great attention to detail. And one of the things that I also always appreciate, because this is not always my strength, she is super organized and she helps me do a better job. And then, for our entire team, she really supports our compliance initiatives. I don't know how much you know about what the Office of Institutional Equity does, but one of the main things that we do is respond to reports and complaints related to discrimination and harassment. And so it can be an intimidating space for certain individuals for a lot of different reasons. But once people come to our office, the first person they see is Cindy Smith. And at that moment, I think most of that intimidation and fear kind of goes away because she does such a great job of welcoming everyone, making them feel heard, seen, making them feel inclusive. And so I think that's such a big part of why she does such an excellent job. And Chantel also talked about her working with pregnant and parenting students, and she does a great job with that as well. She's somebody that takes great ownership and responsibility of her job. And so I truly appreciate everything she does for our office, for our team, for the university at large. I could probably go on and on about Cindy Smith, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I really value her as one of our team members. We couldn't do the work that we do without her and without her positive energy. And also, she stays on top of all of us, again, because she's so organized and detailed. She makes sure that we do the jobs that maybe we forgot, or maybe we forgot we had this meeting on our calendar. We're not going to forget because we have Cindy Smith in our office, right? So again, congratulations, Cindy. You are really what embodies this award. You represent that service and excellence that I think this award stands for. So thank you all. Thank you to Chantel for nominating Cindy, and thank you all for giving us this platform to recognize Cindy. So thank you.
Thank you. We'll present this to you. Congratulations. Do you mind?
Oh, yeah.
Take a picture.
Thank you, Deanna.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Next, we will be recognizing Beth Gafford. Beth is a logistics team lead in the materials management and campus mail department. And we all know they're very busy. So they help us get all of everything that we need and all the moving pieces around campus. And I believe this award was also and also for the team that's under her care. So she was nominated by Dr. Jennifer Tugas, who I would like to invite forward to share some remarks. Dr. Tugas.
Thank you for the opportunity for me to shine, I think, shine a little light on all the good work that Beth and her team does. The reason I had mentioned team was because if you can picture this for a moment, we're getting ready for the start of the fall semester. Beth is 8 months into her position where she's now not over shipping and receiving and surplus and inventory control, but we've added Postal Services campus mail operations because of John Grismore retired as part of the VSIP. So she's got her hands full. Let's just start with that. And then we get a notification from the post office. Well, let me back up a little bit. So it's the start of the semester, which means that everybody that got their first of the fiscal year money has been spending it, which means that the loading dock is busy, right? And you've got 1,200 faculty, staff members across campus that are getting their normal campus mail, but everybody's getting ready for the fall semester. So when we look at the kind of rhythm of activity, start of fall semester is the busiest. Start of spring is busy, but start of fall is busiest. So we're a week ahead of the start of school. Master plan is underway. United States Post Office brings mail truck and says, here's all of the campus residential mail. We're not delivering to the residents anymore. That's 4,000 students who are moving into their residence halls, who get Amazon packages every other day. And the US Post Office has just said, we're out of the residential mail delivery business, and here you go, here's their mail. And so the team rolled up their sleeves and said, okay, let's figure this out. And that's really why I wanted to talk to the team. But, you know, Beth is in that leadership position. And so when we think about going above and beyond, when we think about a lot of the culture that is present on the university campus, where it's like, let's just figure out how to get this done, Beth and her team exemplify that, and I wanted to recognize them for that work. If you haven't met Beth, you know that when she walks in the room, she brings the sunshine with her. And she shares that with her team. And so it's very much my pleasure to recognize Beth for the good work that she and her team does. And give me an opportunity to say thank you publicly, because she's definitely behind the scenes. Her heart is service. It's really difficult for her to say no. Her first instinct is, yes, we could do that. But fortunately, post office decided they could deliver the mail to the residence halls. But there's 2 weeks there that it was all hands on deck to try and work through that issue. And so I wanted to recognize the good work that Beth and her team does, and Beth in particular. So thank you for all that you do. It's a pleasure to work with you every day, and thank you so much.
Board bid. I know we should have done that, but I was like, well, the place they've got me into. So
Yeah.
find a way to recognize them.
Thank you.
Okay, last but certainly not least, we want to recognize as our third Christopher Ware Staff Star Award winner, Sherry West. Sherry is Operations Coordinator in the Student Publications Department. She was nominated by Carrie Pratt, and I would like to invite Carrie down to share some remarks, and then we'll have her supervisor come forward as well. You've got a real camera.
I'm just gonna keep this really short and just read what I wrote. Sherry is one of the backbones of our department, and with a long history at Western, I think she's a backbone of the university. I don't think that people who are kind of the backbones or the quiet folks are always the ones that are recognized, and Sherry to me is one of those people that really keeps this place running. She cares about all the students. Student Publications has a huge legacy of awards and deep alumni, and she's part of that reason because she pushes that legacy. She's always willing to step up and pitch in when it's needed. She's very proactive, and she can see a problem coming a mile away. Do a lot of jokes about that. And it's what makes her so effective. She steps in and is willing to help avoiding challenges that are on the horizon. She's also very funny, and she can find humor in just about anything, and she helps us laugh at ourselves, and it can be really stressful sometimes, especially in the world of news, and that's really helpful to me personally. And also, she's a really good person to bounce things off of. Like, I was working on this grant, and like I could call her, and she's always very welcoming and listening to me read it out loud and help me make it make sense and to a broader audience. So you're just really, really amazing. You are Western to me. You are the spirit, you're the master, everything. So I really appreciate you, Sherry.
Next, I'd like to invite Chuck Clark forward to share some remarks as well. Thank you.
So I am so lucky that I get to work with Sherry West. She is she's like gone up into the corner. It's hiding. She really is, as Carrie said, backbone of our operation. She's our longest serving employee. She's been at WKU for 30 years. Is that right? 30 now? And hasn't retired yet. That's something, huh? Now, for a lot of years, she was part of a dynamic duo in our front office with Tracy Newton, who we lost to VSIP about a year and a half ago. They were kind of like Batman and Robin, or maybe more appropriately, if you're of a certain age, Cagney and Lacey, because they would figure out all sorts of stuff. But Sherry is a master with our budget, keeps all of us in line and making sure we're doing things. We attract a lot of really good students who tend to stay with us the full 4 years. Sherry is a big part of the reason why they do, because she absolutely cares about the students, and every one of them know that. And that may be the most important thing that she does. But I am fortunate to work with her. I applaud everything and underscore that Carrie said. And she is a great partner in student pubs. So Sherry, congratulations.
Congratulations. You want in the picture? I would not. Well, thank you all for helping us recognize these three outstanding individuals. I can tell you this is one of my favorite parts of being on Staff Senate, is to hear these stories of just outstanding folks and really the work that goes on behind the scenes that we've heard mentioned today. So saying that, I'd like to conclude by saying that if you do work with someone that goes above and beyond and deserves to be recognized, please fill out the nomination form. It's located on our Staff Senate website. And so we would encourage you to do that so we can continue to hear these wonderful stories and see the behind the scenes of what makes WKU run and makes it a good place for our students. Thank you.
All right, so now we go to our officer committee reports. So I did meet with President Camboni a couple of Mondays ago. Didn't have much on our plate because spring break was the prior and we hadn't had our staff executive committee meeting. So we just, talked about spring break. He did give some updates on the House Bill 500 and then and sorts. So, but all of that is old news at this point. BEC didn't meet last week.
Met the week before,
So-
but it got canceled, or met 2 weeks prior, but it got canceled last week.
Yeah, I know.
And they sent out another invite. Cause I guess county schools are on spring break that Tuesday, so they're wanting to move it to another date, so.
Okay, all right, yes, I know, the spring breaks. Gordon is not. All right, Morgan, do you have anything?
We had the new hire reception last Wednesday. So thank you to everybody who helped plan, set up, break down, attended, and to the new hires who came. I think I had some nice conversations with our staff members who attended. Unrelated to the onboarding committee or anything else, I do have a staff member who that in my area that spoke to me. He works in the evenings. We have several staff who are like, full-time staff members who work in the evenings since the library is open, until midnight every night. So he's a relatively new staff member and is struggling when has to be on campus for during the day for a meeting or something, finding a place to park. And so he, and I'll send it to everybody, but he has he sent me a proposal about, the problem and maybe some ideas to solve it, which I was talking to Kevin before, that there's a couple of things that do exist. But what he would love is something, in place to help those staff members, like a night staff permit or something that allowed them to easily park on campus during the day. So I'll send that out, and then I have a meeting with Parking and Transportation Appeals Board next week, so I'm gonna talk to them about options as well. So if anybody has any insight or anything, let me know, but I'll send it out later after this meeting.
Alright.
That's it for me.
All right, John,
No report.
no report. Kent, anything?
No.
Andrea, numbers?
No report today besides just going over our balances, EG index, starting balance $2,327.25. No additions, disbursements of $740.05, ending balance $1,587.20. Staffs and excellence funds, starting balance $2,265.12. No additions, no disbursements, ending balance the same. Our book scholarship fund, starting balance $1,969.84. No additions, no disbursements, ending balance the same. Thank you.
Make that.
Good. Practice.
All right, Deanna.
No report.
Jennifer Hammonds.
No report.
Okay, no report.
Oh, she said no report.
Someone on here speaks, we'll have to turn the volume.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right, that's all right. Oh, well then. Quinna, Quinna, do you have anything? I can't even see her face.
I have no report, but Susan's on here also. In case you,
Okay, no report?
No report, she said Susan has.
Susan, do you have anything to add from SOF?
Oh, Susan is on there.
Yes.
Yeah, I jumped on a little late. No, nothing major to report except for, I guess, Quinna has become our permanent AVP since you guys have met. So congratulations to Quinna. And we had a good search with some good candidates, and Quinna came out on top. So, and then another announcement within SOF is that Buddy Steen will be retiring at the end of June. And he'll be going to the private side of the world back as an entrepreneur. And I will be launching a national search with a national search firm, and in probably the next month. And so that's it. The state budget should be released today or tomorrow, and that's about it.
All right, thank you. All right, so we'll move on. Any old business? I left it blank, but
Has there been any movement or updates on the potential of having these like town hall meetings with admin or anything like that? Has there been anything scheduled?
Oh, are you talking to me? Yeah.
Or just
No,
anybody in
not,
general?
yeah, not yet. We've just been crazy busy right now between the budget and housing. But I'm hoping to get them scheduled maybe over the summer.
I was
Thank you.
kind of hoping that, like, whatever we discussed this afternoon, maybe we could have some. I don't know, a launching to get those discussions for this summer.
Okay.
Any other old business? Yes, Kevin?
I've been discussing safety. I just want to point out that the Student Government Association is holding a safety event this afternoon from 2 o'clock to 6 here at DSU. They've done a lot of good progress in advancing safety across the university. They're also planning a safety walk, I believe it's tomorrow night, to where they get together as a group, hopefully with administration, and walk across campus discussing safety items on campus. And I would encourage everybody to participate.
All right, thank you. Anyone else with old business? All right, we'll move on to new business. Any new business? I feel like a salesperson. Any public comment? Say no. All right, for the announcements, staff senate nominations, so if you want to be a senator, or if you're a current senator and you want to rerun, those nominations are open through April 3rd. Let's get your name in for that. You can self-nominate or nominate someone that would be really good. Our meet and greet and years of service recognition is gonna be Wednesday, April 15th. We are all good for that. Yep,
Ready to rock and roll?
ready to rock and roll. All right, anything else?
Has any of the other senators looked over what Human Resources sent out as far as the policy upgrades on probationary period policy and the bereavement leave policy updates? Has anybody heard anything positive, negative, anything about those?
Oh, from other people?
Yeah. I know the bereavement policy was one that constantly came up as needing to be addressed, and I don't know. I don't know if this addressed it or not, as far as concerns from those individuals. Didn't know if anybody had heard anything else or not.
Yeah, I'll share real quick. This is Quenna.
So hold on.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay, sorry. We actually HR received a couple emails back just thanking us that they had reached out over the last 2 or 3 years about getting that policy updated, and they were very complimentary of it finally been done. So only thing that we've received, no negative comments at all.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else? All right. We are good to adjourn our official meeting. Motion, all right, yes, motion.